cookies on a pie, which was kind of cute. I'm trying to find the embossed one, but I think mainly it was like that cookie one, but you can also do it like you can roll it on top of like your lattice strips as well, and then do that. So then that way like those are kind of all like embossed or whatever. So if I did like a honey something pie and I did it with like lattice or like a lemon honey pie or something and did lattice strips on top, I could emboss it with like that honeycomb rolling pin and then put that on top, and it would just kind of make it look different and cute. So I recently made a whipped cream pie, not the one that it's describing in here, but like just one that I know off the top of my head from like being a kid. And I decided that I would like reduce some blueberries and put some blueberries in there as well. And that might not have been a good idea because it seemed to like separate or something. And it didn't really, I don't know if it was just because the fridge in particular wasn't cold enough. It just did not hold its form. It was still really tasty, but it definitely was like not how I remember it as a kid, I guess. So we'll have to try theirs. There's like other things, like look at this. Oh, I don't know if anybody else in here grew up with a dad who loved Black Forest cake, but to make like a Black Forest pie, kind of stoked about that too. Let's see. There's a tres leche slab pie. Another thing that happened this year was I had a front tooth knocked out, and so I have had all my teeth replaced, and I'm almost done with this process, but in the meantime, I still sort of have like a lisp at times, or it sounds like I'm slurring my words because my tongue is catching on either backside of the implant. So yeah, if you know me and you've noticed that I'm talking maybe a little bit different, that's why. So, but again, I am just stoked about this book. Oh, and then, so I believe this is the author with her puppy. One of the other things that I was thinking of was making like a dog-friendly pie, like a puppy pie, or doing like pie pops or something like that. And then again, going back to like what I was doing earlier this year, I was also considering like doing something along the lines of maybe having like a Peaks and Pies after dark and doing like an edible version of it, you know, like saying it's a 21 and up stream and doing that, you know, just because I recently, like in August, a friend of mine was having a birthday, and instead of making the actual brownie itself an edible, I used an edible brand who makes an amazing chocolate bar. I added it to the frosting, and, you know, there was a very particular way that I had to do that because I didn't want to burn out all the cannabis in the chocolate bar. So, you know, I thought maybe that there would be an opportunity to kind of do that one night, like maybe on 420 or something like that. Make like a unique pie. But I have been writing in my schedule like all the different like key dates and stuff like that around pie building and also around hiking. And so I think I'm going to use like my Instagram and my TikTok and things like that to post, you know, like the hiking content and whatever, and then mainly use Twitch to stream things like this, making the pies. Yeah, I bet you do volunteer as a tribute. Making pies and things like that through Twitch, TikTok, Instagram, and whatever, and just kind of using those platforms like together to kind of like have a really good setup. And I'm hopeful, and I think it's all gonna work out, and you guys are going to love it. And I am going to be like why I got these individual pie slice things, as well as the, wherever they went, where did they go? I don't even know where they went. Oh, they were like in a box. But the stack of pie plates, I'm going to start by giving away pie. And so, yes, volunteering as a tribute is great because I want that. I want you guys to tell me you want my pie, and I will come and give it to you. And then in these, I was going to have it like where you could follow my socials and stuff like that. So, you know, I've got a bunch of different ideas. I thought about bringing pie on the trails, or maybe even asking like one of the local trails that I go to, if, you know, on a Sunday or something like that, I can hang out and pass out pie, and, you know, or just have pie there for if someone wants to take a piece of pie home. Because a lot of the times at Pinnacle, one of the volunteers, he likes to bring like oranges or juice or something for people, you know, after the hike, because a lot of times people do forget to bring something, even on a small hike like Pinnacle, depending on who you are and how physically active you are and stuff. Pinnacle might kick your ass, and you're not ready for that, like, because it seems like it's just an easy peasy hike. But yeah, so with that, I think I'm gonna pop off, because now I have well, actually, you know what? It's loud. No, fuck it. We'll break down cardboard together. Also, do we have any comments on these glasses? Because again, they're new. It's not something that I normally go with, like the clear frame and whatever. I do have another pair coming, and I also have another pair that I have got earlier this month. But again, I think we're going to do like a toy stream where I show you all my new like gadgets and stuff. I'm feeling pretty high tech lately because I'm a dork. Okay, so should we break down boxes together, or should I let you guys go? I'll start breaking down boxes, and if I start losing all of you, then I'll just end stream. But, oh, the puppy dog heard something. Oh yeah, look at this. Look at that. That's gross. Gross. No, it's just, you know, being a girl is hard sometimes. That's all I gotta say. Being a girl is hard sometimes. Does anyone have New Year's plans? I'm gonna go to, thank you. I'm gonna go to Decadence for New Year's again, which is kind of funny because I went to Decadence last year, and with the company that I was working for, and I got really sick because it's such a big event and there was a ton of people there, and my immune system wasn't all that great, and then we all got laid off. So let's hope that there isn't some like Groundhog Day effect that happens, because yeah, that would really suck. But I'm really hopeful that it's the Groundhog Day effect where you know, I did everything right this year, so now 2026 will be everything that I want it to be, right? Like that's the goal, right? That was the goal in Groundhog Day, was he had to repeat it until he got it right. I think. Pretty certain. Correct me if I'm wrong. Oh, who else is watching Die Hard on Christmas? That's a good one. There are so many boxes. This thing is going to be cool. I am so stoked and hope that my idea works out exactly how I thought it would. I'm going to have to figure out how to plug that bad boy in. You know. All right, let's see. feel like we need like one box just for like this random trash, and then like one box for plastic and one box for papers, because paper you can recycle, but plastic you can't. Well, you can't, Good times. All right. Have you guys been playing any games? I sadly realized that now that I have a MacBook instead of a PC, I'm not going to be able to play my Fallout that I have on my Steam account. And my PlayStation is still up in Washington. And like I said, I don't really have a gaming PC anymore. So I know that I could re-download WoW and play WoW again. But yeah, I don't know. What we might also do on this stream, since I know most of you personally, is I might pause it. I wonder if I can switch which one I'm on. Anyways, we might play around with that, because I know that there's a Ticket to Ride on here that I was going to play. I also like playing The Long Dark, so I've got to find out if I can download The Long Dark on Mac and things like that, because I'm very excited. Next year, Long Dark 2 comes out. So that was kind of like another reason too of like wanting to set up my Twitch again, was like I do sort of miss gaming in my free time, like my downtime. Like if I'm not hiking, then maybe I'm gaming. Like we all kind of game on our phones and stuff like that, and yeah, I don't know. I feel like it could be something fun. Just kind of the well-rounded, like I'm a real person and I also do this. Whatever. So yeah. Oh, so random. But again, I think I've got the right audience for this. So today is a friend of mine's birthday. I don't think you'd be able to figure out who this is. But anyways, hopefully not. But I had a friend tell me today that they've chosen sobriety from drinking. And that made me really happy. So like I'm excited for that journey for them. And I'm someone who loves to celebrate people who choose the hard road. And if you understand what I mean, choosing sobriety can be a hard road for someone to choose. And I feel like this particular individual was a great candidate to choose sobriety, and I think they are going to flourish. Like, I am genuinely excited to get to know the new sober person. And again, if you know, you understand what I mean. Like, it's not a dig or anything like that. Like, we all have our own journey that like we're on. I'm fortunate that like when I struggled with different things, I can get over it pretty quickly. But that's me, and some people don't see a problem that's right in front of them, and it takes a lot for some people to go, oh shit, like, I legitimately have a fucking problem, and I'm affecting other people, and, my health is affected, and all the rest of it. So I was very excited to hear that news. Like, I almost felt like I got a birthday present on their birthday. So, yeah. Again, not really my news to share, and I'm trying to make it as anonymous as possible, but yeah. like I say, I love to celebrate people. So if you have something that like you want me to celebrate, like anytime, like tell me to